guys, and welcome to my channel. Today is Tutorial Tuesday, and today I want to show you how you can have more than one animal shed on your Sims property without taking up too much space. Also, I'm going to show you 3 different options on how to lay out your animal sheds and have them work properly, and you don't need any mods for this. Also, all I will be using today is base game and cottage living, and along with some debug items, but you don't need major or a whole lot of packs, even though having more packs always gives you more options. And there are also 3 different styles to each build that you will surround your animal sheds in. So I have 3 different styles along with 3 different layouts to go over. But first, I'm going to have my Sim Shelly show you how to clean, milk, shred your cows and llamas, and clean and fill up the animal sheds without any issues. And then later on in the tutorial, I will show you how to lay out each option, like I said, with your 3 options, and then I will show you how to build along with the 3 options. So here we go. We're going to go in live mode, and it's morning time, and I'm going to let Shelly, my Sim, show you how she takes care of the animals in each different style and each different layout. So stay tuned. Okay, so Shelly is here, and this type of layout and this type of style is just basically your open fence area, where you have the 3 animal sheds. I know you see their butts, but it's okay. So this animal shed is slightly dirty, so Shelly is going to clean it. Hopefully she won't have any issues. She shouldn't have any issues because I did play test this, but let's see what happens. So yeah, Shelly's going in, she's going to clean. And then she's also going to clean this cow. And the other 2 are sleeping, so I don't want to disturb them. So we're going to go to a different section after Shelly cleans the spotted cow. And we're going to go over here. Now this one I call like an open shed. Yeah, so we'll see how. I'm going to have her milk this cow. But please be aware of how the animals move around as well. And it depends on where they're at. They could be close to each other, and then it will be hard for her to milk. So I may wait a little bit until they like spread apart, and then I will ask her to milk this cow. So yeah, right now she's over here. And she is cleaning. Hold on, let me go lower. Hello. Let me go lower. There we go, so you can see her. She's cleaning this animal with no problem. And like I said, the animals do move around. And I will show you a little bit later how to kind of avoid them going over the fence and whatnot and keeping them inside the fence. So we'll let Shelly do that. And then I want to show you while Shelly is cleaning that animal. You see how I have the barn? So like I said, it's so many variations of different styles you can actually make. But these 3 are my favorite 3 to use. So now Shelly's coming over here, and she's going to milk this brown. Oh, Shelly's a little clumsy. She's going to milk the cow, but you see, she's not having any issues. She's not waving and saying, no, I can't do it. Everything is working flawlessly. And then I'm going to have her, let's see, what can we do with this one? Let's shear. I said shred, but it's shear the white llama. And then after that, we are going to go inside the barn and have her do something with those animals inside the barn. So, yep, she just finished milking the cow. Everything worked wonderful. No issues, no problems. And like I said, please stay tuned, because after Shelly does her little task with the animals, I'm going to show you how to do each layout. But I mean, you can see it right here. There are 3 different layouts. You have to have it this way in order for it to work properly. Okay, so she sheared the animal. She's hating it really, but that's okay, Shelly. Okay, so we're gonna come here. Let's go down one more level. Let's see, and the other 2 are inside. This one is dirty, so let's clean this shed. And then also, let's refill. Let's refill the feeder. So Shelly's gonna come all the way over here. And the reason why I don't have like a house for Shelly is because this is gonna be where I'm gonna build for you guys. So I wanted to have some space, but this is a 64 by 64 lot. So as you can see, there's plenty of space. And each option really does go with different size lots. Like the barn size, really, you know, you should have a really huge lot for that, because it does take up a lot of space. I don't think the barn will work with a 20 by 20, so you can't have like the barn and the house. And then the open fence area probably works with the smaller homes. The open fence area will probably work with a 20 by 20, a 20 by 15. And you see how she just totally cleaned that with no issues, no problem. Shelly, we're just gonna have you drop the garbage right there. We ain't got time for you to go all the way to the garbage can. And now she's going to fill up the feeder. And you don't really have to fill up all the feeders. As long as you can be able to fill up one feeder, it's okay. But they all work the same way. But I just wanted to let you know that. That way you don't, you know, waste all your money. As long as you fill up one feeder, it's okay. So yeah, so that's what she's doing. So they all work good. Great style. So now I am going to show you how each animal shed works in each layout. So stay tuned. All right, my friends, I am here and I'm going to show you how to do each layout for each different style. So the first one we are going to work on now is the open fence area. So I'm going to get my animal sheds, and depending on how many animals you want, because it's only one animal per shed, that's how many sheds that, you know, you get. I'm only going to work with 3. I think 3 is a pretty good number. You could do as many as you want, but I am going to work with 3. So I have my 3 animal sheds, and I want just to have like an, you know, an open fence area, and my lot is about like a 20 by 15 or 30 by 20, and I love my 30 by 20 lots, but you know, I don't have a lot of room for these huge sheds. These sheds are huge and they take up a lot of space. And I want a really nice farmhouse. So, you know, how am I going to do that? So the first thing I'm going to do is size it down. Size down each shed. And how you size down each shed is you press the brackets. And I am going to press the left bracket, and that will size it down. There we go. And it sizes down by 1. Now, I can't size it down to this size This is the size I wish I could, but without, let's say, a mod that they have, I can't do it because my sim won't be able to clean the shed. They won't be able to fill the feeder. There's a lot of things they won't be able to do. So this is why I am going to just, too big, size it down by 1. This is the size that you are going to be able to clean your sheds, and everything is going to work flawlessly. So let's size down each one. Okay, so now I'm going to lay it out, and this is how I am going to lay it out. You know what, let me move it over just a little bit. I'm gonna move it over just a tad, just so I have a little bit of room. Okay. And when you are putting these together, make sure that your feeder, let's say from this one, is not going in the hole area where they have to clean. So make sure it goes just like this in this area. Okay, so let me turn this around. And before you actually build around it, you want to know where your animals or how far of a range they roam. As you can see, this little guy over here, he's roaming a little bit outside of my barn, but that's okay because that's the way that I wanted it. I wanted him to just appear like outside once in a while. But you don't want them to like appear too far away, or like you don't have any room when you have closed walls. Okay, so let's get back to what we're doing. I'm gonna go into live mode. And I'm going to purchase my animal, because that's what you want to do before you build around it. You want to purchase your animals first. So I'm going to purchase, let's say, a llama in this one, and then so on and so forth. Okay, so I purchased my animals and they are out of each shed. So now I have an idea of how far of a range they go based on their movement. So they come out, you know, a little bit further away from the original shed. So what I do is now when I go in build mode and I have my grids, and grids are important. Let me go down one level. Oop, not that one level. Let me come over here, and I am going to count, because you see this is where the hole is, right here. And this cow is about, let's see, 1, 2, 3 squares away from the hole of the shed. So I'm going to build my fence somewhere out here. Okay, so let's do that right now. And I'm going to pick any fence. I like to have low fences, and we're going to go into country living because I like their fence. And then I'm going to click the place the fence enclosure. So I'm going to start right about here, a little up and away. And there we are. And then I'm going to get a gate so that I could come in and out of the fenced area. And I like to have the big ones because it looks like a farm. It makes me have that feel of a farm. But you could put obviously any type of gate that you want and place it anywhere that you want. So here we are. We have completed our open fence area, And it really depends, obviously, on the size of the lot. But these animals have room to roam because they do roam around. They really do. They're not going to do a complete 360 around, but they do have a perimeter where they go from side to side. So option number 1 is done. The next one I'm going to tell you guys about is the open shed. So stay tuned for that one. Okay guys, now I'm going to build the second option, and we're going to press our left bracket key to size it down by 1. Oops, make sure you click on it. Size it down by 1, size it down by 1, and size it down by 1. And then we are going to align it together, and it's okay if the middle one, animal feeder, is covered. It's okay. I want it a little bit open, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And you can, like I said, you can bring it as close as you want. As long as you have one animal feeder available for you to fill up the feeder, it's perfectly fine. But this is just my preference. Okay, and then I am going to go into walls and empty rooms, and I'm going to get a square, or the square room tool, because I want to be able to put a roof on. Easy, okay? So like I said, let me do it again. You always go into live mode and you purchase your animals. That way you know where your animals are going to be walking around and roaming. So we purchase more animals, blah 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 blah. One more over here. Let's do a brown cow. Okay, go back into build mode. They're gonna come out, but I pretty much know the placement. But like I said, always get your animal sheds, downsize it, and then go back into live mode, purchase your animal so you can see where they roam, and then go back into build mode and then build around it. So I am going to start building. So here we go. And you can fast forward it if you like. And Shelly's probably going to be in the way. Let's see. So I want to make it about 4, 5, 6 squares. That's good. Just so that they have enough room. You don't need that much room in the back, but along as the sides and the front have a lot of room. I'm going to go with one more. That's good, just like that. So you see, they're going to have room to walk around. So now quickly we are going to build a roof, and it's just going to be something simple. I am going to start with my gable roof. Hold on, guys, because I'm rushing through this. Okay, I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to bring this towards, oh, no, wrong thing, hold on. You know, when you want things to work, it doesn't work. There we go. Okay, let me turn this around so I can come this way. Okay, there we go. Turn this way. And it's going to look funky. It's going to look big and awkward. But it's okay because I'm going to bring this sucker down. Okay, so let's bring this down to about there. All right. And you can bring it up just a tad bit. Okay, so I got my little shed roofing. Now I'm going to pick the style. That's sticking with what's this pack? Cottage living. I'm going to pick this one here, and let's pick like a little greenish one. That's fine. And then I'm going to get my trim. And my trim is this one here. We could do green. Little green there. I like this one. I had put the Island Living because I like that one a little bit better. But if you want, you just stick with the cottage living one. It's perfectly fine. Then the next thing I'm going to do is paint my exterior. And it's all going to be cottage living. So I'll go into my filters, pick cottage living, pick all. And I'm picking the Brick Whisperer. And we're going to pick brown. Do that. And I'm going to do the whole. There we go. Okay. But this one I'm going to turn into a fence. Or at least I'm going to take this wall completely off. And I like to do my base game fence. And like I said, you can fast forward through as I am building it. There we go. So I got my fence, but I'm going to keep the wall of all the other walls up. And then I'm going to paint the other walls. Go back. I'm going back to paint the exterior. Take the base game off a little bit easier. With my brick, picking brown. Brown. Okay. So now you're like, oh my God, there's a floor. Well, you can easily use your hammer like your Thor and knock that out. Goodbye, floor. It's gone. Okay, and now I'm going to go back into my fence and I'm going to open it up. Hold on. No. I'm going to open it up. Here we go. What the heck is happening? Okay, open it up. There we go. And I'm going to just open up the middle. Hold on. Holding down control. Holding down control as I am dragging my fence tool across. And then I'm just going to take my fence and make like a little door there. Drag it across, make another door. Do another door. But you want it to be diagonal. Okay. There we go. And I have my shed now decorating. You know, you can put windows. And then also obviously sticking with your cottage living, or just base game. Like I said, you could put whatever you want. Make it look nice. You can get your decorations. You know, you can make sure you have like a garbage pail next to your animal sheds, because you don't want to have your garbage pail all the way by your house, because when you clean the animal sheds, your sim is going to be running from the animal shed all the way to the house. So have them close by your animal sheds. That's an extra free tip for you right there. Okay. So yeah, so this is the gist of it. This is how it's done. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3, snap of fingers, and it's done. So the next and final and last option is my barn. And I love the barn because it just makes it feel like farmland, true, blue, you know what I'm saying? Country living, cottage living, atmosphere. So yeah, stay tuned. We're going to do the barn really quickly and then we'll probably end the tutorial. All right, now we are going to build our barn. I already have the animals out. I know their surroundings. Like I said, get your animal shed, size it down by 1, go back into live mode, get your animals, observe the way that they walk around the animal shed so you know how much room you have to build around them. Okay, that's really important. Okay, so now we're going to build our barn. I'm going into build mode. I'm using the room tool, and I'm going to have it about 4 squares wide on each side. Okay, and then I will show you in about 3 to 4 squares long. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna kind of come out here and then here 1, 2, 3, about 3. Okay, and I'm gonna drag it to about there, and I'm gonna keep coming over, have enough room for my animals. Okay, so that's the first level of our barn, and then I'm going to go up. Okay, and then the next one is going to be a little tricky. Well, not that much. You're going to make it, and you're going to leave about 2 squares on each side, just like this. And it's exceptionally big, and usually when I make barns without these animal sheds, they're not this big. And if you've done a barn before, you know that our barns are really not that big. We don't do barns this big. But the only reason why it has to be this big is because the animals, they roam and they walk around. So you want to make sure that they have room to walk around in an enclosed area. Okay, so my second level is done. It's complete. Now I'm going to do the roofing, and I'm going to place a gable roof. Excuse me, hold on, let me take off that cottage living. I got my gable roof. I'm going to place it right here. I'm going to go long over here, drag it there, turn around, drag it this way to the very end. See the green highlighted? Okay, no, I don't want to turn my roof. Go back. Okay, so now I have my roof. How I got this shape, I will show you. Okay, and how I got my roof in that style, you press Shift and C, and you get extra little bullets. I call it bullets. You can call it whatever you want. Modifications. Little round balls on top of your roof. You get extra balls on top of your roof. So the middle ball is what I'm going to click, and I'm going to click and hold and drag up. And I'm going to click and hold and drag up a little bit more. There we go. And now I have my shape, and that's that. That's how you get your shape. Okay, so far it's looking good. This build takes a little bit of time, but we will get there. The next roof I'm going to click on is the half gable roof, and I'm going to place my half gable roof right here, just like that. And now I'm going to press Alt, and then I'm going to raise it up so that it's even with this roof. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty good, I think. Let's see. Okay, now I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to drag it. All right. So there we go there. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to copy it and put it on the other side. Now, of course, you have to turn it around. And there we go. So far, looking good. Next thing we are going to do is find a style for our roof. So sticking with I would say stick with cottage living, but I like to have the we'll go with the castle one, but my favorite one to use for these barns is definitely the island living one. Is the crew graded metal. I like that one, but you can also use the sheet metal roof for base game or the crew rated castle. So let's just do the crew rated castle. It's perfectly fine. Okay, turn it around, do this side, and you can fast forward through this just to see the end result. So the next thing I'm going to do is my trim, and I like to have the beved roof trim. It's the thickest trim, and I love it when it comes to doing my barn. So we're gonna do it this way, and then we're gonna come here. Nope, not there. No. Okay, so we got our trim on, and then the next thing I'm going to do is oh, hold on, before I forget, we do this other trim so that the front, we'll do right here. Let me go down one level. Put a little trim right there. Don't forget your trims. Your trims are important. It brings it all out. I'm going to do some trim there, some trim there. Okay. And then the next thing I am going to do is paint the exterior. And we're going to paint it red. We're going to have that true red barn. So you go into your filters, you go into your colors, pick red. I had used Island Living, but keeping it base game, we are just going to do some red sliding or just a red trim. Let's see which red. Let's keep it base game. Hold on. Let's keep it base game. Base game. There we go. These are all my reds. You can have this red. That's a little dark. There we go. You can have it like this. Make sure you just press shift and it paints the entire thing. And then open it up. Bring it down. Bring it down one more level. Walls up. You do the inside. Okay, and now it's time to take out the flooring. I'm going to take out the flooring here. Bam! With the hammer, your Thor. Bam! You're going to take off the roofing so you can see through it. And then you are going to, this is what I like to do. I'm going to remove some of the walls. And let's take some of these options off. I'm going to go back into my wall tool. Okay, I'm going to press Control so I can delete the middle. Just like that. One more. There we go. And then make it a little bit even. Take that away, and then I'm going to make my door, bring it out. Same thing I did with the fence. Like this. Can I do it? It's a little straight. Hold on, let me do that again. Because I'm such a perfectionist. No. Okay. I'll press Control. Here we go. Bring the door out. Okay, then we're going to paint the exterior this way. Make sure everything, there we go. So now you have your barn. And then I like to put columns. And I am going to use base game column. And you want to put it just like this. You know, it gives it a little definition. At least for me it does. I put it on my doors. It's okay if the doors are not the exact same size. It's okay because you get the gist of it, what I'm showing you. They're gonna put the columns all around the barn. We'll do that side a little bit later, but you put them all around, and then you put your windows, keeping it base game and cottage living. Let's get a little selection. You could put any type of window you want. We could do this window here. put them around. Or you can have an opening. Let me show you. Oh, and you definitely want to have the bottom level just on medium-sized walls, and then the top level on small wall. Okay, so you can do something like this. Just so you know, they can stick their heads out on the side. You could put a window on top. It could be any freaking window. Let me pick one. Little blub, 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 blub. Let's just pick any window. But you get the gist of it. This is the barn option. And you can feed and take care of your animals. Now you can look down on them. They're there. And yeah, so thank you so much for joining my tutorial today. I hope you learned a little something. We talked about the layouts of the animal sheds. Remember to always downsize by 1 so that they work properly. You can build the outside however you want it, but just make sure you go into live mode, you purchase your animals so that you can see the range of how far out they come from the original shed. And thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, every Tuesday there is a tutorial. I'm Simeralla, signing out.